Bean Soup Times is on a mission to create dope content that entertains, educates, and empowers the Black community. All right, greetings, brothers and sisters. This is your brother, your friend, Tori Muhammad. Listen, we have an amazing guest today. Once again, it's on. We have my brother, Trez Pugh III with Sip and Savor Coffee House. He has 3 locations. He gives to the community. He's been open during this pandemic because he has the right spirit and the right attitude. So, man, we were just so excited to catch up with him and see what's going on with him during this COVID-19 business. So check out this interview with him. But first, a word from our sponsor.
Michels homemade ice cream is the only place to go when the ladies crave delicious old-fashioned homemade ice cream. Their vanilla tastes just like Grandma used to make it. With over 35 flavors, all made with the freshest ingredients, Kathy has never had banana pudding ice cream this good. It's homemade ice cream the way you remember, and Michels doesn't upset your stomach. Enjoy in-store or take it to go. Michels, fall in love again.
First-time customers, buy one, get one free.
All right, brothers and sisters, you all know every single time I tell you all we have amazing people on Black Business Matters, and every single time I deliver. So I'm so excited, man, to have a brother who's in every essence of the word, a shaker and mover in the city of Chicago. He is a brother who not only is building an amazing business model and opportunity for folks to come in and get great beverages. Man, he's also a mentor. He's an assistant. He helps folks to help build their business, man. So, and he creates an environment and a space where entrepreneurs can come together. So y'all know who this is, man. You know the swagger, you know the smoothness of my man, Trez Pugh, man. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, brother Tori Muhammad?
Man, we shaking and moving, man. We're shaking and moving.
I see.
Man, so, you know, when I started this Black Business Matters podcast, you were one of the first people that I thought of. And I thought of that because you put the grind in, you put the work in, and I've watched you over the years, man, be a beacon of light, if you will. Of course, we know Sip and Savor, those who are on the South Side, know the locations that we can talk about, but also the environment and the spirit that you put in them. And I think that's a reflection of you. So it's folks like you, especially now we're thinking about in this pandemic, man. So first, you know, for those who may not know who you are, tell them about Sip and Savor, how you got started. Then we're going to talk about, you know, how you're maintaining with COVID-19.
All right. First of all, like you introduced me, my name is Trez Pugh III. I'm the founder and CEO of Sip and Savor Hospitality Group, which is a provider of high-end gourmet coffee houses for the 3 Sip and Savors on the South Side. So we got one located at 528 East 43rd Street, one at 78 East 47th Street in the Rosenwald building, and we got one in Hyde Park, 5301 South Hyde Park Boulevard in the Del Prado. Originally, I started off in 2005 under the name of Bronzeville Coffee House, and over time that didn't work out too well, so I ended up branching off on my own into Sip and Savor. So the thing that we try to pride ourselves on here is community, and as you know, our tagline is where coffee and community meet, and we also pride ourselves on what I call the 5 C's, it being crisp, clean, classy, consistent, and most important of all, customer service. So that's what we've been repping for the last 15 years, and the community supports us, so that's what we do.
Man, that's beautiful, man. I think you just highlighted an incredible business principle. Those 5 C's, I think, is why it appears as though, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong, but it appears as though the community is coming out to support you and keeping you open because they know that you offer great coffee, gourmet coffee, but even more than that, especially when we talk about being clean, man. Everybody, especially with COVID-19, hey, all the dirty spots can't stay open right now.
This is true. And you know, I think more so than anything, Tori, it's the experience. I've been fortunate and blessed enough to have a staff that understands engagement, that understands empathy, compassion. They're here to wait on the customers. It ain't about money. It's about making a difference, you know. So as you know, you done been in all three of my spots. It's a spot that kind of wraps his arms around you. It welcomes you to come in and take care of business. It welcomes you to come in and shoot the breeze on sports. And you know, you can meet any and everybody in here, from real estate, construction, religion, politics, you know, the whole gamut. So it's a big incubator for businesses, entrepreneurs, upstarts, and it always helps to have great coffee and tea.
Man, absolutely. And we know during this time, during this COVID-19, there have been different creative stuff happening. Man, I saw a pop-up with Tony Bailey.
Oh yeah, my girl.
Yeah, so man, I mean, that's my people. We go back to high school.
Is that right?
Good people with great food. So talk about the importance of collaborations and how you ended up collaborating with her.
So,
and while you talk, let me.
Oh, look at that! Oh, you representing?
Represent.
Hey, man,
right there.
Crap. Hey, a toast to us, brother.
Yes, sir. Toast.
Indeed.
Hey, it's Ramadan, so mine is empty right now, but I'm gonna drink later on.
We'll take care of that. So, getting back on that collabo piece, I think is really important now for entrepreneurs or business owners in general that, you know, got their business up and running, to look for ways to be more creative and innovative during the change in times. So the thing with Tony worked out really well, to the point that I got like 6 or 7 more chefs that want to do something. I just did something with Antonio Riley that was extremely successful. So for those chefs that's out there and can't do a lot of the catering, or that they had to close their restaurant, not making money, for me, it made sense that I'm open, that they can have people pre-order. They all got delicious food, and the people that miss their food can still get it without worrying about them being closed. So I think them collabos make sense. It's like a perfect marriage, you know. So it worked out really well with Tony and with Antonio Riley. And also I set up some stuff with Yaya and my man Craig, them, to do something over there at Sean Michels. So that was love.
Man, absolutely, man. I think, man, those are critical right now, doing some collaboration. So right. Man, it's wonderful to see you all of you are moving out on stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So what do you think is next? I mean, nobody expected this, and nobody could have imagined that this is going to happen like it is. But right. What do you think this means for businesses going forward, especially yours? You know, does it, you know, how does it change things going forward, if it does?
Well, of course, like you said, this was really unexpected and impromptu. You know, the one thing that's consistent in life and in business is change. Maybe not to this magnitude, but change is always consistent. And what's going to determine whether or not we survive is how we adjust. I mean, it's going to test your ability to adapt, to be creative, like I said earlier, to be innovative, and become a chameleon. You got to get in where you fit in, I guess, for lack of a better word. And needless to say, with this COVID hitting, it's going to make a lot of business owners really look at their operations, not only financially, but operationally. Are we prepared with inventory? You know, if something like this ever happened again, are we spending the right amount of money? You know, are we collabing with other businesses where we could save on costs if we all purchasing the same type items? Am I using too much labor? You know, do I need to cut back on hours? If I do cut back, what time should I cut back? What is it my customer need? I mean, it's a ton of things you got to go through. And it's a plethora of, my degree was in statistics, looking at data points where it makes sense without getting too technical. And that's why people wondering, how can you have all 3 of your locations still open, brick and mortar? Because remember, I still got mortgages, gas, light, water, insurance, taxes, payroll, my accountant, my attorney to pay for 3 different locations. Mm-hmm. So being creative, you know, having a community that cares about you and willing to do stuff really helps. And I think that's what all entrepreneurs need to understand. Find a way to adjust to survive, because if you don't, you're going to become extinct. Man, let me say that again. If you don't, you will fail to exist. You will become extinct.
Man, that's facts right there. And man, you did something that, you know, I don't know if you're a religious or spiritual person, but you went like David up against Goliath and went right to the belly of Starbucks.
Yeah, I was goofy that day, wasn't I? Boy, I think I made some people mad in their corporation, boy. You talking about the day I went by there and they was closed and I had my mug
Right.
hidden inside their bushes. I did a little video. My whole purpose for doing that, even though it was, you know, tongue in cheek and a little fun, it was to let people know in the community, even though that big conglomerate, billion-dollar company was closed, here I was, a guy that's making thousands, if that, open for the community, still open, finding a way to service you. And I just wanted them to know that, hey, no matter how big they are, I may be the little guy, but I'm still here for you. And trust me, we're not making no money. I'm losing money every day. Again, it's not about making money. It's about making a difference. Once you do that, the money will come. I truly believe that, brother. I do.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And so, of course, people can stop by and pick up to go. People can get you got gift cards or what else? You got stuff people can purchase online as well, right?
Yeah, you can still do gift cards. And that's what's been helping a lot with, you know, the healthcare heroes, as I call them. I started a little thing, put some money on the card. People find out. So people putting money on these gift cards, which in turns allow me to pay my employees, pay my bills. And it allows me also to give out free coffee and tea and the like to all the nurses, the ER docs, and the technicians that are out there every day putting their life on the line and risking their health to take care of our loved ones and friends. So you got to pay it forward, bro. You got to.
Right. Man, that's beautiful. That's huge. So in light of this and everything that you've learned in business, what do you think has been the biggest lesson you've learned that you would pass on to someone who is new in the business or just starting their business?
Man, it's so much, but I think the biggest thing is, and it has nothing to do that you can learn from a book or anything like that, humility. Understand, you have to be humble in this game. You can have all the background and MBA and economics, finance and accounting and all that. If you don't understand that you need a team around you that knows more than you, that's going to have your back while you out at meetings or while you dealing with political mess or while you out shopping, you ain't going to go nowhere. I don't care how smart you are. So humility, understand you can't be the smartest guy at the table all the time. Secondly, empathy and compassion. And these things I'm mentioning now has nothing to do with learning business from an MBA. This is just common sense type of stuff. You have to have humanistic skills. You have to have that. Because when you're gone, your employees are the face of your business. If you a tyrant or you one of them hotheads that treat people like mess, I guarantee you, you will not be open long because nobody want to work for you. Nobody want to come in your business. So that's first and foremost, that's big. The next big thing is you got to know your target market. And that's when you get into the business. The thing I've learned, find out if there's a need for what you're going to put out there. And if there is, find out what the price points is, do your due diligence. And again, like I said, be humble, be willing to listen, pray on it, then get out there and make it happen, Captain.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. I love it. You know, there's something else I see that you do that I think is so important. You understand, you seem to understand and respect marketing, promotions, media. So whether, you know, we had a common connection in the past with Jada.
Right.
You know, with Jada Russell, I know she was working with you a lot. And, you know, you work your social media page, right?
Right.
So, you know, how important it is for you to consistently get that word out, and how do you see that coming back to you?
Right. So at first I was really against that. My daughter, Tara, who runs all my venue operations, kept telling me all the time, Daddy, you need to get on Facebook, you need to do Instagram. And I never had time. So I kind of hired somebody to do it, but I seen what I was paying for them to do it. I was like, I could do this, but I would do it like at 2 a.m, 3. You see a lot of my posts are weird because that's when I'm on the computer or working. The thing I've noticed about that is if you put out information that people need, they'll share it because there's a need for knowledge and information on what time you open, what do you offer, do you rent the place and all that. In addition to that, I'll go into other aspects of what's going on to let people know I'm a regular dude. You may see my grandkids running around, my dogs and all that, but I'm always going to direct you back. I'll be at the coffee house. Come through and have a cup with me. Social media is the conduit for reaching all of those people that otherwise wouldn't come to 43rd or 47th or 53rd. Once they see what's going on in here, once they see the events, the type of people that come in here, they want to be a part of it. So I use it as, like I said, a conduit, and I try my best to stay relevant. And what I mean by that is letting people know I'm going to be in your face. There go that dude again, the coffee dude. You know, the mocha man. I be tripping about Captain Java, and I joke with everybody, but you know what? People start hearing that, oh, that's so poor again. Then they want to see what's going on. So I think it's big, that social media piece, when used for the right reasons. Not on no gossip tip and no BS, but to do stuff in the community.
Man, absolutely, man. We appreciate you. We love the spirit you bring. We appreciate you being in Chicago, representing that Chicago swag. Now, you ain't talked about your secondary gig, which is a clothing model.
Man, Milk got me, didn't he? You seen that? Unpaid model, man. He had me in there, man. That's my dude.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Man, so, of course, man, this platform is always open to you. We appreciate you for what you do again. And anytime you want to come talk to the folks through Black Chicago East, Bean Suit Times, and Black Business Matters, we here for you.
Hey, I appreciate you, man. I'm always make time for you, brother. You've been there when I first was starting to build out at Rosenwald. Even before that, you should do Black Dollars Matter, I think, when he had the special here at 43rd, where I'm at now.
Right.
So you've always been an avid supporter. You've always, blow the trumpet for Sip and Savor, man. And we need people like you. I need ambassadors and people to get the word out because I can't do it alone. So for that, brother, I love you. I appreciate what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. And if it's anything I could do on this end, you got my number. You know how to get a hold of me.
Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. We love you. Appreciate you, too. And we'll be coming by real soon to get that cup.
Hey, cheers, brother.
Right. I know I got only to go right now, so I get the to-go cup and then when I leave out, I pour it into my cup.
There you go. Yeah, people have been asking about that. I got to order a bunch of them, man. I'm getting bombarded. Everybody wants them now, so I'm going to put another order in for some.
Yes, sir. All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon, and peace.
Appreciate it. Peace.
Right. Have you all been to Mama Dan's Soul Food and Cafe on 79th and Maplewood? They are home of the $6 holla on Mondays and Tuesdays. And on Wednesdays and Thursdays, they have turkey and dressing. On Fridays and Saturdays, they have fish and jumbo shrimp. And Sundays, they have beef short ribs. We had a chance to sit down with Mama Dan recently and hear some of her secrets for success. Mama Dan, it's a pleasure to be here with you. It's so exciting to be with someone who has made great food for 28 years. What has been the key to success for you?
Treat people right, cook food people right, and talk to people right. That's the main thing of being.
My name is Cheryl May, and I love Dan's Soul Food. It's food like we cook at home. The dressing is like what we cook at home. The turkey is like what we cook. Black-eyed peas is like what you cook at home. And the collard greens, cabbage. I had the fish. I had that was what I had left. I done ate. And I got chicken wings to take home. I got peach cobbler to take home. The peach cobbler is off the chain. And then the sweet potato pie is off the chain. It's very good. It's like sweet potatoes I cook at home. Make some good sweet potato pie. If y'all want some good food, y'all come here.
So for some of that down-home cooking with a touch of love, come by Dan's Soul Food Cafe, where every day is Thanksgiving.
It's not a party until a Michels cobbler is served. Our peach, apple, and blueberry cobblers are homemade with only the freshest, most delicious ingredients. The cobblers are grandmother approved, and with just one taste, you'll be doing your own happy dance. But wait, there's more. Pair it with our homemade ice cream for the perfect a la mode. Call Michels to order yours today. Michels Homemade Cobblers. fall in love again.
The Black Business Matters Show is produced by